Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Subrata Sarker. I'm a mechanical engineer working in manufacturing industry since last 22 years. Today I'm going to discuss a viral topic, that is smartphone addiction. Before going into the topic, let me clarify. Smartphone has got a lot of advantages. Today I'm not going to discuss on these advantages part. I'm going to discuss how day by day people are get addicted by smartphone, and this is a global problem. This addiction you'll find everywhere today, in every country, all age groups, and senior peoples, teenager, middle-aged, students, and it's going to be a big problem to the society. And there are a lot of negative effect on the society, the smartphone addiction. Let's have some very basic and very simple idea what is addiction. Addiction is when a person doesn't have any control over what he or she is using or doing. There can be some other simple definition. Addiction is a continued repetition of behavior despite adverse consequences. When you know there are adverse consequences, but still you are doing that because you don't have any control over your use or what you are doing. This is actually addiction. There are majorly 9 types of addiction. Actually, people normally get addicted. One is the drug, then alcohol, you can say in this picture, then third is smoking, fourth is gambling, then eating. Eating can also be an addiction after a certain limit. Then internet, people also get addicted in internet. Then work, this work is also, there are people technically called workaholic. They work from the morning 6 to 10 in the offices or wherever they are busy with their work actually. They don't have any other thing other than the work in their life. This is called workaholic people. Even when they reaches home at 11 p.m., they are also still doing work for the offices. This is addiction actually. This is not that person is dedicated to the company. It is actually addiction. This is not normal. Make it very clear. And so work can also be an addiction. Shopping can also be an addiction. I'll come back in detail. Shopping, buying or purchasing something can also be an addiction. There are people, you'll be surprised. They don't need to buy anything, but still let's go for shopping. Spend some time, on the shopping mall and buying something. They don't need actually. Those items are not needed. That is, they are already there in the home. This is called addiction actually. And last but not least, pornography is also addiction. People are majorly get addicted in 9. Normally till such 10 years back. Now another 10th item is added, smartphone addiction. You can see in this picture, people are walking on the road, they are using this, swiping this smartphone. People are sleeping on the bed and using the smartphone. Even you can see in this picture, person are using smartphone and they tired, got sleep. Even the kids are also using smartphone. People are using smartphone in the midnight till 2 p.m., 1 p.m. and they are, so this is not a good sign for the society. Now, technically, if I will clarify what is addiction, there are actually 6 symptoms. Then you can just connect it with you or some other people, whether a person is addicted or not. One is the tolerance. Second symptom is withdrawal. Third is the limited control. Fourth is negative consequences. And fifth is the neglected or postponed activities. Sixth is significant time or energy spent. And 7 is desire to cut down. I'll explain these 7 points. You can see in this picture, people are actually from the morning till midnight, people are using smartphone. There are people sitting on the hotel or the parks, still everybody is using smartphone. is basically addiction. This is not normal, you know. Now, withdrawal means, so there is a tolerance actually. You should use this much words, but people are, crossing the limit. The second part is the withdrawal. When you feel, suppose you are not able to use the phone for 2 hours, 3 hours for any reason, maybe you break down or the phone is not working, that you are, emotionally withdrawal actually, then you are actually addicted. This is the second symptom. Now, there is another symptom, third symptom. This is called limited control. That is say, people get, drink to get drunk. So in the same way, there are people actually, they, started using the phone for some times and they continuously using for hours. They don't have any control actually, limited control. You can see people are using, even in the toilet, people are using the phones today. Is this normal? This is addiction actually. One is negative consequences. When you know there is a negative consequences, it's very clear to you, but still you are using phone. You can see the people in the picture, people are driving and they are using the smartphone at the same time. They know there obviously will be accident, but still people are using because they don't have any control over the phone. They can't control that they will answer the phone after some time when driving will be stopped. Similarly, the students are using the smartphone when they are studying. Even the couples are when they are sleeping on going on the bed, but still someone is saying on the phone. So these are very harmful for their personal relationships even. Now, number 5th point is neglect or postpone activities. When due to overusing of the phone you are postponing some activities, then it is an alarming situation for you that you are addicted on smartphone. You are supposed to do something, but you are so busy with the phone and get into the phone with different on social media or something, whatever it is, and you have postponed that activities. Make sure that you are addicted. 6th is significant time or energy spent on phone. How many hours in a day you use phone? 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? There are many people I know, they use more than 20 hours in a phone. From the morning 6 a.m. they use the phone till 11 to 1 p.m. in the night, midnight, after midnight. Is this normal? Do you think? This is addiction of smartphone basically. So significant time or energy spent. And 7th is desire to cut down. So it is actually 7th or last stage actually, when you understood that you are doing something wrong and now you need to cut down this use, but you are not able to cut down actually. So this 7th are the symptom of the smartphone addiction. So there are technical definitions also like smartphone addiction. So it's not very different definition, it is the same definition as you can see there is a picture here. People are very closely hugging each other, but still they are busy with the smartphone actually. Actually people are, there's looking for more actually what they are getting in life. Here in this picture, is that the situation that people are closely hugging each other and at the same time the boy is looking message on the phone. Actually what he's looking for on the phone. This is this is a fantasy actually. What they are getting in real life, they are not satisfied. They are looking for something, more in the actually in a this imaginary world actually. Now there are signs for whether some person is addiction in a simple way without going all this detail. Excessive compulsion to check the phone. There is no reason, no messages come, still checking the phone. After every 5 minutes checking the phone without any reason. Seeing the old messages even. You can see, it is all identified in people. There is no new messages come, people are still using the phone, checking the phone every 5 minutes, every 3 minutes. And using phone in an inappropriate place. and replacing face-to-face interactions. These three are actually indicator that you are addicted. You can see this picture actually. If you find this 20% are on some malls or some parks or on the street, you'll find that more than 10% are using the phone. Whether it is really needed to use at that time, that's a different questions, but people are using. The people are using phone in the wrong places, the dining places, and the classrooms. These are basically indication that you are actually addicted. And today, everybody is using in the village, in all professional, all countries, all level of the society, all status of the society. People are addicted with this smartphone. This is a big addiction. This is much more than the alcohol and drug addiction actually today. And other than this, another psychological things of addiction, there are direct clinical complicacy of this addiction actually. There are this radiation, the amount of radiation the people are using with the phone, it directly affects the nervous system. And there are a lot of that, it can reach up to the brain cancer, or people who are overusing the smartphone actually. People don't understand this basic science actually. There's a lot of high energies coming through the phone, and people are watching continuously, holding the phone, maybe through the this hands-free or Bluetooth or something. You can see one picture here. One is the red, one is the green. A person taking continuous 15 minutes call, then this thermographic image here. You can see the quality of the image after taking a 15 minutes call. So you can understand what effect is doing this phone radiation to our body daily. But still people are using because they are not in a position to control actually. They are addicted. And there are a lot of it directly affects the brains, hearts. There are a lot of other areas of our body actually. The smartphone addiction, these radiations are harming directly. You can see there's a graph. This car accident got increased by some. It's not very significant, but still more than 1.5% after using the smartphone age actually. The people are driving car when using the smartphone at the same time. And most important, that is, this graph is very important. It's called life satisfaction over time graph. This here you can see this couple are sleeping on the bed in the midnight, but both are busy with seeing on the screen of the phone. Is this normal life actually? These people are they cannot have these good relationships. So just to wind up this topic. So you can check these 7 things. If that is there, then it's very alarming, and you need to control like your tolerance, what limit you are using. If you are not able to use the phone, so you are getting withdrawal, limited control, negative consequences, no, but still you are using, and you are postponing your activities, you are spending significant time on energy, and now you are thinking desire to cut down, so then you are addicted actually. And specifically, if you think that you are using the phone because you are bored, then it is also an indication that you are actually smartphone addicted. Hope by the time you have understood actually what is addiction, and especially smartphone addiction, and I'm sure that after going through this video, you will be in a position to at least find yourself whether you are addicted or not, or people close to you are addicted or not. If you find this video is useful and giving some message or understanding of the smartphone addiction, which is a chronic social problem everywhere in this world, you can subscribe this video by clicking on the bell icon. You can share this video with your friends or your well-wisher whom you want to send this message.